Hello model Ayers, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you how to replace the springs on the front motor mount. I hope you enjoy the video. Now before we begin the video, I'd like to apologize for the lapse in videos the last 2 weeks. As I mentioned before, I'm in school now, so my schedule is a lot more crazy than it was the past few months. So videos will be a little bit less frequently than usual, but I will try to get at least two or three out a month. But again, I really don't know with the schedule. So thank you for bearing with me. So you can't really tell where the springs are. They're under there. So we'll have to remove the alternator. But the first thing we'll do is remove the fuse. Put that in a safe spot. And then we'll disconnect the wires for the alternator. As you can kind of see, I have my nice fender covers here donated by Stephen Hafner. I really appreciate anyone and everyone who has donated money or gifts or whatever it is. And of course, all of the channel members, I'm very grateful for everyone who is supporting me because, well, I of course I do not do this to make money. I do this because I enjoy sharing my experiences with my Model A, and just trying to help people with things that I've found. So you're going to remove the nut that holds the wires on the alternator or generator, depending on what you have. Okay, once you've removed the wire, I'm only removing the one wire because that one you can leave on. You're going to loosen the bolt that has it on there, the tensioning bolt. Again, this will be different depending on your alternator or whether you have a generator or not. So this part may be a little bit different, but the spring replacement part is universal. Once you loosen the tensioner bolt, then you're going to loosen the base. As you can see, I'm quite bundled up in my coat and jacket. It's been very cold here, very snowy. I'll show you some footage of what it looks like outside. But that was another reason why I didn't really have any videos to post, because I mean there's not really much you can do this time of year except work on the car, and I haven't had time to do that. And I dropped that. But once you loosen that bolt, don't lose it, the washer, and then you're just gonna push it in like that. And then you should be able to kind of push the fan belt over. And then this will be released. And now I can take the alternator out. Okay, the alternator is removed. With the alternator removed, you can see better now. The springs, you still can't really see it because it's dark, but right under there, there's springs that this motor mount is attached to. So we are going to replace them. So you're going to set that jack under the oil pan, and you're going to jack it up very lightly, just so you can relieve some tension on the springs. Probably about that much. So you can see I've removed the fan belt now so that the pulley is free. Just move that up out of the way, and I have this piece of cardboard here to protect the radiator, just in case, you never know. But so here is the springs that you can finally see right there. So we're going to take out these two bolts, and then replace the springs. So I'll loosen these bolts. So once you remove those two bolts, you're going to remove this cotter pin and that bolt and spring. So let's do that now. The front motor mount on a Model A is technically floating because it's on springs, but the rear originally were not. And I do have some original style rear motor mounts that I'd like to install at some point this winter. We'll see if it gets done or not. Okay, after many attempts, the cotter pin has been removed, and now you're going to remove the 5/8 bolt that holds this little spring on the bottom of the yoke. Okay, almost off. Just careful, remember there's the spring here, so don't let it fly off. Okay. And there's also, as you'll see, this brass bushing here. And some other, looks like lock washers. Anyway, the bushing is very important that is there. So I'll show you the next steps. Okay, so now that you did that, this should be pretty loose. You may need to jack the car up a little bit more to free it up. So let me do that. Okay, you can see that this is now loose. So you're just gonna kind of wiggle the springs out like this. Now the weight of the engine is on the jack now, so you don't have to worry about these, or if it wasn't, you wouldn't be able to take anything out. So there's one spring. Oh, that's really weird. I've never seen anything like that. Okay. And here is the other spring. So this is the kit that you need if you want to replace your motor mount springs. So it comes with the flat spring, 2 coil springs, and there's the grommets and washers. Now mine is really weird. I'll show you. There's kind of like this rubber cork thing in there. I've never seen that before. So we're going to put it back how it should be. I forgot to mention this. So there's a brass bushing that goes on the bottom above the spring where the castle nut goes. That does not come with this kit, so you need to purchase this separately. Okay, so we've run into a little bit of a hiccup. So in order to get this flat spring under the yoke, we need the yoke to come all the way out so we can slide the stud through there. Well, we can't lift it up enough because of the crank pulley being in the way. So we're going to have to take that off, and then to put this on, put that back on. So I think I'm just going to make this a 2-part video. Part 1, the removal and disassembly, and then part 2, the reinstalling of the springs. So I hope you enjoyed this part 1 of the spring replacement. I did not expect it to be a 2-part video, but that's what it's going to be. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you to all the members who have supported the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you to new members at John Schaefer 7473 with the supporter level, and at 924S94 at the contributor level. All members are appreciated, and I thank you for supporting the channel.